Hey everyone, it's Lisa and today is Monday and I decided to do a quick tutorial on this look, which is basically the look I had on the other day. I just ended up adding a dark brown eyeliner over top of the gray just because I felt like I was missing that the other day. So you can do it either way. I show both ways. So I will be right back with this tutorial. And I was going to let you just look at my skin and see what the IPL did. I still think it'll probably get better because I kind of set myself behind by going straight to my Retin-A. I mean, she told me I could, but I probably should have known better. I probably should have given my skin a little bit more time to heal. So I think those spots right there will get better. They're the ones that the Retin-A. The first thing I'm going to start off with is my Rachel K CC cream, and this is the fair. And I have the neutral and the fair, and I seem to like the fair because I think it dries down a little bit more, and it's the pink undertone. I feel like it's more brightening. So this is what I like to do when I'm using it underneath a liquid foundation. I had somebody ask me about that. If I'm using it just under the powder, then I put more on. But if I'm using it under liquid, I just do like this, and I kind of just do like that. Put it where I have the most redness and pores, and just kind of blend it out. And it just dries instantly and gives you just like a smoother surface to work with. Okay, and then I'm going to use this right on top of it, and this is the YSL Touche Eclat BD50. And I'm going to put, I haven't decided what my favorite way, if I like to, I'm going to use 2 pumps, and I haven't decided if I like to just dip my brush into this. I think that's what I'm going to do. And this brush, I love it. I've been meaning to tell you how much I love this brush. It's a Makeup Forever little duo fiber, and so I usually just, you know, get it all around and then kind of dot it all over my face evenly. And then just start working it in, and it just really does do a really good job at getting it everywhere and making it not streaky. And then I kind of just, when I feel the brush getting, you know, kind of dry or empty, that's when I usually run it down my neck. And make sure I get everywhere but my hairline. All around my nose. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to use over this is my Mercier Classic Beige. And so I just tilt it over and get a little bit in the lid. And I use this, which is a Sephora 55. The new one doesn't look exactly like this, but it's still the same. It still works just as good. Okay, and then I get it in my brush, and I try to just keep on bouncing until I break it down more of a fine powder and get it all in the brush. And I always start in a place where if it goes on a little heavy, then that's okay, meaning like my contour areas and stuff like that. So, and because this is not a real wet foundation, it should just go right on. That's what I've been using. And then so I just kind of put it on lightly, and then when I feel like it's most of it is off my brush, then I start kind of just buffing it around just to get that real pretty finish with the Mercier. Okay, so that's this side with the Mercier and this side without. And then I'm going to do a little bit more. And this just gives the extra color, coverage, and glow. good. The sun's coming out. I've got my overhead light on, but it's early. It's about 8 o'clock. And I just got through getting the kids off to school. I thought I would do this early. And okay, so I just put the Laura Mercier on. Now I'm trying to do this just like the other day. And I use next this True Match powder. And this is the number N8 Cappucino. And the brush that I used, I think was, I think I might have used my Chanel angled brush, but this one will be just as good. This is the, let's see, 138 by MAC. And this stuff is very pigmented and soft, and so you don't need much. But I would just lay it right there. And I'm not as much going underneath my cheekbones as I am kind of on top of them. Just to give definition. To my face like that. And then definitely around my hairline. And I'm just doing this around my jawline right here. And then I usually go down some a little bit with it. Okay, so that's probably enough of that. And when I lose weight, my face just gets so thin. Okay, and then this is the MAC Taupe blush. So I've been taking just a little bit of it and going up on my cheekbones like that. And then the other day I took a little bit of this. This is Desert Rose. And I'll just use the same brush probably. I'm just putting a little bit of color on my cheeks too. And sometimes I try to bring it in just a little bit right here. Okay. Oh, and then another thing I've been loving, I don't know if I did this the other day, I probably did, is this little brush, which is the MAC 165. In my palette here I have the Emphasize by MAC. I'll take that and I love that when it's kind of highlighted right there. And then in like the center of my forehead and just down the center of my face like that. And sometimes I do it underneath my eyes. I'll do a little bit. I have to be careful with that. There you go. Next thing I would do is use my either MAC Fix Plus or this. I've been loving this. This is the Mario Badescu Facial Spray with Aloe Herbs and Rose Water. And this is a little bit of a finer mist. And so I spray pretty, you know, liberally. So and then that takes the powdery. What I like to do is stand in front of my blow dryer or the heater in my bathroom. I just think when I dry it with the heat, I don't know, I just think it looks better for some reason. For one thing, it keeps it from getting splotchy because it dries it before it, I don't know, sometimes the little water drops can make it splotchy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do my lips. And I do this a lot. I'll do my lips first after I've done my foundation because, one, it makes me feel better. And I feel like it, I don't know, makes the makeup more fun. And two, if I don't like the lip combination, it gives me a chance to know it and change it. So I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Nude that I used the other day, and I've been loving this. And just go right on the lip line. And I had put some lip conditioner on this morning. Okay. So just get some good definition with that. And then I'm going to use my Hess from Napolean Perdis, or I think that's how it is. And a few of you said you got some of these, and I'm so glad. And I love the consistency. It's almost like, I guess it's a satin, but it almost dries down to a matte. And the other day, it just killed me not to put some gloss over it. So I would put, I don't have any out here, but I maybe would put a little bit of like the Tom Ford Nude, or even Buxom Celeste or something like that. Okay, for my eyes, I'm going to use the Kevyn Aucoin palette. And I probably cannot remember exactly how I did it the other day, but I'm just going to try. I'm going to put a little bit of soft ochre paint pot, and try not to use too much. Just do your finger one time in it and use it the whole eye. And I usually put a little bit under, a little bit on the inner corner, and just make sure it's not too thick or tacky. Because if you use too much, it just keeps your eyeshadows from going on like they should. I just went and bought a new MAC soft brown because when I was looking at it, it looked like it was, mine is old since before I started doing YouTube videos. And so I asked the girl, I said, my soft brown doesn't look this light and it just looks different. And she said, well, you know, they do change, she said, over time, and then MAC will kind of regroup and reformulate them and try to bring them back to where they first were. So anyway, this is a new MAC soft brown matte, and it's just a great crease color. And when I'm putting my transition first crease color, I always use this brush, which is the Smashbox crease brush. And I've kind of figured out that what I do is I start off with a big brush, and as you work down to your eye, the brush just gets smaller and smaller. So that's a good thing to remember. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of this soft brown, and then just give myself just a, you know, it's not even a crease color that you would notice. It's just a transition, just to warm up your crease. And because this brush is big, it's not going to be real precise. It's going to be just a good base for the other colors. I recommend everybody have soft brown. That's just a basic. Okay, so when I get that all blended in, we will start with this, which is the Kevyn Aucoin Essentials #1 palette. And it's just beautiful, and that's showing pretty true right there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to show you some of my favorite brushes today. I really liked this one. This is that little e.l.f. brush, Flawless Concealer brush, and I've been using it for my eyeshadow. So I've been taking this lightest color, the white type color, and getting some of that on my brush, and then doing a little bit up here, and then the inside of my eye. So like the inner third. And all up in here, you know, around the inner side of my nose, and then in the inner corner too. Like that. Then take the pink color right here, which is really pretty. And I've been using that to put a base kind of on this outside. And blend it right into that soft brown and up. Like that. It's really pretty. Okay, and then when you're starting with the darker colors, make your brush a little bit smaller, and let's see, one of my favorite brushes. These are some of my favorite brushes. This is the Louise Young, oh gosh, I think it's it doesn't say on here, it's one of her crease brushes, but it's got a good point to it, but it's not too, you'll see what I mean. It still puts a good V, but it blends it out. It doesn't put it too heavy where I can't blend it out. And then this is the Scott Barnes crease brush. I love this one. So first I'm going to take this, I'm going to use all these colors. I'm going to take this pretty brown here that's kind of like wedge, and get some on my brush, and not a lot of fallout, and I'm going to work that into the crease right here just to make that more defined, kind of right over where that soft brown was. And the reason I'm holding my eyes so it doesn't crease and cause like a little wrinkle. Okay, and then I'm going to take the darker brown, which is up here with this brush, which is pointed, and get some on here. And that's when I'm going to start making, now this is something I've had to train myself to do. This is why I like Sherry Curry's videos. She helps me stay, I'm real bad about bringing my shadows up too high, and I kind of want to bring my eyes out because they're so round. And so when I watch her videos, it just helps me stay smaller. But one thing I have to make sure is, because my eyes go down, I have to make sure that I angle mine up. Like, I can't just come from here and go out because it pulls my eyes too far down. So I'd usually just try to follow that line up to my eyebrow and then put a line like that and then like that. And then work that color over. This is just the darker brown. So I'm just kind of getting it on the outer part of my lid and then the outer part of the crease like that. And kind of working it up like this on the brow bone, and that kind of will lift your eyes. Like that. And then I'm going to take another brush for my lower lash line. I like this Smashbox one. It's the Smashbox pencil brush, and I take that wedge type color and I go right under my eye like that, just to give that lower lash line some definition. And kind of just meet up to where you put that other color. And then I'm going to keep using this brush, and I'm going to go into this. This is the darkest color, and it's the most beautiful, like gray, purpley brown type color. And then I'm going to go right here and do that outer V and just start blending that in. And I have to resist blending it up too far. I try to stay right on that bone and then blend it over like this. Like that. And then you can take your big, your big brush that you used with the soft brown, and then just kind of blend that top out a little bit. Like that. Okay, and then the other day I used, I'm going to leave this out just in case I want to put any more on, but the other day I used this, which is the Smoldering L'Oreal Eye Pencil Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner in gray. I'm going to do that today just because I did it, but then I'm going to show you what I wish I would have done, because I thought that it was too weak looking. But I do like this eyeliner because you can get right here, and you can kind of make a wing with it like this. And then bring it over. And that's what I did the other day. Just did like that. Okay, there we go. Looks like I brought this one. It's hard for me to see. Okay, and just make sure you get it down into your lashes like that. And I don't think I took any underneath my eyes. And so that is the basic look I had the other day with mascara. But I think it would look really good with this Wet n Wild brown liquid eyeliner. So I'm going to put a little bit of it on. And I might have to use my mirror right here to do this. So just go right down by the lashes. Okay, and then just basically follow that same line that we made with the gray eyeliner. And this brown Wet n Wild is so pretty. It's kind of like a smoky, purpley brown. It's a gorgeous color. It gets really good right down to the lashes. Okay, and that's probably about as even as I'm going to going to curl my lashes and put on some mascara. Okay, and I'll be right back. I just put on mascara, and I've been meaning to tell you, matter of fact, I have told you a few times in videos and then edited it out just to save time, is I have started using my lash growth stuff again, because after I've used false lashes for a while, I feel like my lashes get so puny. And so I've started using, I bought Latisse when I had my IPL done, and then I've got the new lash. And I feel like each of them work just as good, but they're different. I feel like the Latisse gives a little bit longer length, and I like that, but it doesn't make them as full as the new lash, and it discolors my eyes, my eyelids. But the new lash, I feel like makes them thicker, and I like the applicator better. And I feel it doesn't discolor my lashes, so I've been kind of alternating to see how that works. So they have gotten a lot better, and so that's what I have on is so I have my lashes, my natural lashes, and then I have on LashBlast and Chanel de Volume, and then I'm going to put some baby sparks on over this. To give it a little gloss and a little pinkier look. Okay, now let's do my brows, and all I used the other day is this, which is the Eyeko Brow Gel I was showing you. And this is scary because I hope it doesn't go awry. So I just start right in the front where I need that color, and I just try to stay right on my brow hairs and not even really hardly touch the skin, because it will get on the skin. I brought some Q-tips out here just in case. There we go. But I love how yesterday I did my brows with my Chanel pencil and I liked it. So it's just, you know, sometimes you want full brows and sometimes you just want to do something like this. There we go. So you can see that it does get those brow hairs in the front. And now I am going to do my last two steps. My last two steps. Okay, and I'll be right back. Clarins Concealer last, and I usually just put a little dot on the back of my hand. And I've been using this brush, which is the Real Techniques crease brush, I believe. Yeah, deluxe crease brush. But getting it in the brush like that, and then just going right in here in this dark area. And I love this concealer. Just make sure you don't put too much, because anything you put too much of is going to, I know, put around my nose and kind of down these lovely lines like that. And then sometimes I just blend it, pat it in with my finger. I think there's really nothing better. Like that. And then maybe a little bit, just whatever's left in the center of my face, like that. So that is pretty much it. The last thing I ever do, and sometimes I forget it, but it makes a big difference. I love this Makeup Forever HD pressed powder. I like it so much better than the loose. So I take this same brush, 165, get it in there and just powder the center of my face. It would get too shiny. Just like that. So there it is. Let me zoom out some so you can see. So that eyeshadow palette, I mean, there's so much you could do, because you could go without that gray color and just work in the darker color. You could just do a lot. They're just really pretty. So I'm gonna go finish getting dressed and I'll be right back. Kind of a plain outfit, easy to put together. This top or this blouse is from Express, and I bought it, I think, year before last. And then these pants are the ones my mom got for, like, I don't know, I think she got them, I can't remember, really cheap, $5 or something. They're Kenneth Cole, and she got them at Marshall's. And shoes I'm wearing are just my Stuart Weitzman Nouveau patent nude pumps. So something really simple, but just something you can wear anywhere. And I've got, as you can see, my post office stuff here. I've got lots of errands. When I was back there, I thought that I needed, let me turn this light off so you can see me in the same light that I was in the other day. It's a little bit better. But I bronzed up my face a little bit more with that same powder, the L'Oreal, and just that great big powder brush from Sephora. And I just kind of took it and went all over because I felt like my face was still a little bit light. And I'm just going to keep my hair up today. Still loving the Olaplex. My hair feels so good. It might be broken off, but what's left still feels good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will do another one soon. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.